Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to all who are coming on. Welcome to my replay viewers, everyone who's showing up now. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to flip my camera around now so I can talk with you guys better. Good morning. I know this is not the normal time for me to come on, but I have to go this afternoon for jury selection, and I wanted to come on since I didn't have to be there first thing this morning, which is kind of what I was thinking might have to happen. So for that reason, I was like, okay, I can come on this morning, and I'm sorry if I am coming on during some of your other shows, but you can always catch me on the replay if you don't catch me live. And I wanted to talk with you guys today about something that's kind of been bothering me and kind of weighing on my mind lately. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you came on. So I've kind of noticed this is a trend, and I think this has always been a trend. I think women, I see this more in women maybe than in men, and I don't know if it's just because of the conversations that we have, or if it's like just, I don't know. I'm not sure why this is different, but I notice that women oftentimes will excuse the way they look. And I think that they excuse a lot of things. Like they excuse the way their house looks, or maybe the way they're, well, I know. I think excusing the way your kids are acting, sometimes that is necessary. But somebody sees you, and you're like, excuse my hair. Sorry about my hair. Sorry my hair looks bad. Sorry I didn't put any makeup on today. Or sorry I'm still in my sweatpants or whatever. Those are the kinds of things that I'm talking about. And maybe you're kind of guilty of doing that too. I don't know. I think that a lot of women do it. And because I don't think it really ever crosses my mind to say, sorry guys, my hair may or may not look good from day to day. And when it doesn't look good, and I try to do all sorts of stuff with it to hide it or whatever, people would be like, oh my goodness, you look so wonderful today. And I just laugh because there was this one day at church. And somebody says they excuse the house if someone comes over unexpectedly. Man, I don't even do that. I don't even be like, excuse the house. And I'm going to tell you why. This is something that's been kind of bothering me because I have seen other scopers and bloggers and people, and I have I wander on my couch every day too. There's some on there right now. I keep seeing other women say this. So whether they're like in a public eye or, they come on Periscope, or maybe I just know them here in real life, they will say, excuse the fact that I don't have on makeup, or excuse my house, or excuse my whatever. And I'm going to tell you what that does. It makes the person that came to see you or that is with you maybe feel bad. Like they're kind of in a stuck place. They're kind of like, okay, so what do I do here? Are they looking for a compliment? Because if you have good friends, or if you have people that care about you, and you say, forgive my makeup, what are they going to say? I don't care, or, it's no big deal, or you look great without it. So they're kind of in an awkward position because now they have to pay attention to something that they may or may not have paid attention to before because you've brought it up. And then maybe they feel bad because they're going, well, gee, I'm not wearing makeup either. Should I be? Was I supposed to wear makeup? Look, my hair is still in a ponytail too. Or, so there's like this expectation all of a sudden that the other person has that maybe they didn't have before. And now they're going, well, okay, so obviously my friend here or this person with me thinks that the way that they look right now isn't acceptable. And maybe I look like that every single day. Does that mean I don't look acceptable? And now I've got a crisis because I don't have my makeup on. Well, look, guys, I don't wear makeup. So if somebody goes, oh, forgive it, I've got my messy bun today, or I've got whatever, and I think, okay, every time I see you wearing a messy bun. So what is that saying to me? The messy buns aren't okay? Is that saying that makeup's not okay? So you're kind of putting the other person in a place where they have to think something's not okay that they shouldn't. It's okay if you don't go out in makeup. It's okay if you go out with a messy bun. It's okay if you're still in your yoga pants or whatever it is that you own halfway through the day. If that's who you are, if that is who you are, be who you are. If you're not like a big makeup person, be who you are. If you are a big makeup person and today you're not, well, be that. It's okay. And so the other thing that I think happens is that whether you believe this or not, there are people out there who think that you are the most beautiful woman or the most attractive man, or that you maybe have it together or whatever. I don't know. But there are people out there who see you for who you really are. I don't think that they have an inflated opinion of you necessarily, but they see you for who you really are, and they love the way you are, and they maybe want to model themselves after you. They find you to be inspirational. They think, oh my goodness, this person, they look at how pretty their bun is today, and I want my bun to look the same way, right? I just love how so-and-so doesn't wear makeup, and look how beautiful she is, and she doesn't have to wear makeup. I love that this person over here feels confident wearing their, their yoga pants during the day, or whatever. And there are people out there that are looking at you and thinking to themselves, I want to be more like that person. Well, and that's you. So you've got people who think, I want to be more like you. Well, when you walk in the door and all of a sudden you go, well, forgive that I don't have my makeup on, forgive that I don't have a messy bun or whatever, that person all of a sudden starts thinking, well, in order to be like them, I have to do these things too. And there's this unrealistic expectation. And they love you the way you are, without the makeup or with the messy bun or with the yoga pants on. And they think, well, that's part of who you are. They like that characteristic of you. And now you're saying, this is a flaw in me and I want to change it. And maybe that person thinks, if only I could look like them with a messy bun. But even that's not good enough for them. It kind of puts this idea in that person's mind that, well, goodness, if this is what I'm aspiring to be, and it's not even good enough for them, I will never be good enough either. How can I be? If they don't feel like they're good enough, or with the way they're looking today, then how can I ever even get to that? Like, I don't even have the hopes of ever looking as good as they do. But they don't even think they look that great. And I think in a way, when we do this, when we excuse the way we look, and we talk about how, look, I didn't do much with my hair today, or I didn't, I need to lose 15 pounds. Look, we all need to lose 15 pounds. That's kind of like everybody. When we do those kinds of things, I think that we are just sharing with the world even more insecurities about their body. I mean, because we are. If you are inspiring other people, even if you're not in the public eye, guys, you are somebody else's measure. Someone else is looking up to you. Somebody else is thinking, I want to be more like them in whatever the area they're thinking. But they are attracted to you on a whole as a person. They are drawn to you. Not attracted like maybe in a sexual way, but just like drawn to you. There's people that are like, okay, I see the way that they handle themselves. I see the way that they dress. I see the way that they are. I love their personality. I'm drawn to them. But then they start putting themselves down, and all of a sudden you go, well, gosh, that's my person that I want to aspire to be like. And they don't think the way they look today is good. Or they've got, basically my point is you're just kind of sharing with the other people that are listening to you that they also have a problem. And that it just keeps this cycle of negativity about the way we look. And this isn't helping us to say those things, and it's not helping those around us. To constantly be talking about how we wish we were thinner, or we wish we had more clothes, or better clothes, or could wear these clothes, or those clothes, or whatever. Or when we say, I wish my hair looked like that, or whatever we're saying, I don't think that this kind of talk is actually very positive. I don't think that it uplifts those around us. I don't think it does. I think really what all we do is we just kind of keep this cycle going where nobody on the planet is ever going to be satisfied with the way they look. We just kind of keep stirring that pot where no one can ever be happy with the way they are, with the way their body looks. So if we want to increase the body positive message, we've got to start with us. We've got to stop excusing away everything that we haven't done today to get ourselves ready. We have to stop saying, forgive my messy hair, forgive that I don't have any makeup on, forgive what I'm wearing, I'm still in my pajamas. Maybe the other person is sitting here feeling envious of that anyway, and you're just telling them that that's not even good enough. So let's kind of stop that negative talk about ourselves and start talking positively. We have this thing that we say in my house. If you have nothing positive to say, don't say anything at all. So if you come out of the house today, and this happened to me a couple weeks ago at church, right? I was so tired. And I did not get up and get a shower. Goodness, I can't even remember why I didn't. But I had a shower the night before because we had sat out by the campfire. And my hair smells like campfire, so I can't go to bed like that. And I didn't even put any product in my hair, so I get up, and I've got curly hair, and curly hair can't even be brushed out. Because if you brush it out, it's just this big old fro. All right? So I didn't get up, I didn't get a shower, and my hair looked pretty out of sorts. It looked like morning hair, and I was like, okay, now I gotta figure out what to do with this, and I can't brush it. No, because brushing doesn't help. So I don't know, I kind of put it up in some way and wrapped some kind of scarf thing on my head, and I went to church, and I got like 500 compliments, and I just kept laughing, and some of the people that I knew the most, I was like, this just makes me laugh so much, because everybody talked about how great my hair looked, and how pretty I looked today, and I thought, if only you knew that this is a product of me not showering this morning. So, I just think that if you don't have anything positive to say about yourself, because see, that day I wasn't feeling very good about the way I looked, but everybody was like, look at how great your hair is, and I just thought, it's because it's different. It doesn't look like normal. And people, when you do something different, people are going to notice, and they're going to be like, that is amazing, I love it, even when you don't feel good. And what if I had walked in the door and just been like, excuse my messy hair today? Those that thought it looked really awesome and amazing, what's that telling them? That's telling them that they're wrong, first of all. They're wrong to think my hair looks great the way it is, because I don't think it does. And it's kind of just discrediting their opinion. And if they really loved the way my hair looked and thought, I wish my hair looked like that, and then I go, this looks like a rat's nest. I'm offending them on so many levels already, right, people? And I'm just being negative. So let's stop that negativity about ourselves, because we are not going to be able to encourage others around us to accept their bodies and accept the way they look from day to day, whether it's a non-makeup day or a makeup day, whether it's a frizzy hair day or not frizzy hair day. We're not going to help the women and men around us accept the way they look if we constantly excuse the way we look. And earlier, someone mentioned how people, they will excuse their house if someone comes over unexpectedly. And I'm going to tell you this, I don't even necessarily think that's, I used to think that was like a social grace, like saying, excuse the house, whatever. But then I started meeting people who would walk into my house where there's a pile of laundry on the couch, but still look around and go, this house looks nicer than what I own. Your house is kept up better than what I keep it up. Like, this looks clean to me. And when I start saying, forgive how messy my house looks, in an obviously clean looking house, I kind of just make that other person feel even worse. They feel like they can't ever attain to that. They're already not able to attain to it. And if I think this is dirty, what do I think about them? What do I think about their house? They're not going to feel comfortable around me. They're not going to want to invite me over either. And kind of the same thing happens with the way you look. And I've tried to tell my friends this, who constantly tell me when they are obviously very thin. You know, they're wearing size 4s and 5s and stuff. And oh my goodness, I'm putting on weight. And I think, if you think you're fat, what do you think about me? So guys, what you say about yourself is very, very important. It is so important. Don't put yourself down, because it just is a negative thing. It has negative impacts on those around you. And that's kind of what I wanted to come on and talk about today. I know I've talked a lot about body positive, even though I blog a lot about the marriage relationship and being more intimate in marriage. But if we can't get this down, then there is no hope for us to break the cycles that we have created in our culture. Just these cycles of not being perfect. Everyone has to look amazing. If you can't look like the person in that lingerie on the tag, then you can't be sexy. And I'm here to tell you that is wrong. What hope do our kids have if they hear us all day long putting ourselves down? Well, I'm fat, or I need to wear better clothes, or whatever. If we're constantly putting ourselves down, what message are we sending to those around us and to the generations beneath us? We are telling them that there is only one kind of person that can look attractive, and if that is not them, and honestly, people, I don't even know what that person is, but if they don't look like that, then they're not attractive. They can't be sexy. And if you don't feel sexy, if you don't feel like you can be sexy, it is going to negatively impact your sexual intimacy with your spouse. I'm sorry. If you have a poor body image, it is going to affect you. You aren't going to give yourself to your spouse the way that God intended you to. You can't be free in your sex life. So the more confident you are in the way you look, the more you're going to feel comfortable having sex and being intimate with your spouse. So guys, I encourage you today to do whatever you can to shut off that negative talk. When you feel like saying, oh guys, forgive me for not having my makeup on today, or I look terrible so I don't want anyone to see me, just stop. Don't say it. If you've got nothing to say that's positive, just don't say anything at all. Just show up. Show up. If you show up and you don't make any mention whatsoever about the way you look, people are going to think it's fine. They're going to think it's normal. They're not even going to think about it. But the minute you start saying, well, forgive that I didn't wear any makeup to this, now you're making them feel bad because they don't have any on either. And they go, well, maybe I was supposed to wear makeup. And all this pressure starts. So let's kind of stop that, and let's be encouraging to one another. And let's not let our friends put their own bodies down and the way they look down. Let's not do that. Let's stop it for the sake of their image too. So guys, thanks for joining me today. And if you want to see what's been on my mind, go to lovehopeadventure.com, and I blog over there pretty regularly during the week. And I don't know what my scope schedule will be like this week, but I will be back on some point, hopefully tomorrow around my normal time between 12:30 and 1. And if not, I will see you later on.